ever seen one? Comment if you haven't. Or anyone who's never had one. I'm pretty sure they have McDonald's in like every single country in the world. I could be wrong. This looks messy. Oh my gosh. Seriously, there's like stuff hanging out and falling out everywhere. What? Oh my gosh. Why did they do that? Okay. And I have a package of sweet and sour sauce. But I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I am cheating here today because I have Burger King zesty sauce. Yes, I loved Burger King zesty sauce, so I'm having it with my McDonald's. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's get a bite of this. We're like 4 minutes in, and I didn't eat anything yet, right? Okay. It's really good, but yeah, the stuff is falling everywhere. Like, what? Yum. I love McDonald's. And the zesty sauce, by the way, in case you don't know what that is, they give that for the onion rings at Burger King. And it's like kind of like a horseradish sauce. It's got like a little kick. masks everywhere. Like as soon as you leave your dorm room, you have to put on your mask, which is good. And they have random testing. He's been tested twice. They'll test like whole dorms at a time. They're really on top of it, as they should be. But a lot of people, like I've been following like the mothers group for this college on Facebook, and there's so many of them on there talking about how their kid can't make any friends, and it's heartbreaking because I understand like it's not that easy to make friends when you can't like do anything, like you don't go to too many classes, there aren't any parties, you're not allowed to be with more than 5 people. It's really rough. So for some people, they have not been able to make any friends. I am so grateful that that did not happen to my son. I am seriously grateful because I don't know how I would sleep at night thinking that he was so lonely like that. But somehow he made friends with the kids, like I think on his floor. He started meeting them before they moved onto campus, like they had some kind of online meetup, So that's great. And it doesn't look like things are going to be too much different next semester, as far as I could see. Sadly. I just hope things don't get worse, that's all. Anyway. So that's the update. And my son will be home right before Thanksgiving for about 2 months. So, I'm looking forward to that. So, yesterday, we had a plumbing situation in my house. I'm not gonna get, it's not gonna be a disgusting story, don't worry. I mean, I am eating. So, there was gurgling in the lines, like if you would use the water anywhere in the house, you would hear gurgling coming from the downstairs toilet. Okay, I thought the house was gonna explode. It was really bizarre. So we called a plumber. We called him around 12, let's say. And then my husband had to go out to work, so I was home alone. I had to wait for him. I thought he was gonna be there shortly. All he said was, okay, he will call me an hour before he's gonna arrive. I assumed he'd be there 2 or something. I don't know why I thought that, but meanwhile, he didn't get there until about 8:45 at night. That's how busy he is. Okay. So he came in and he said, yeah, I'm really busy. I can't believe it. He's like, ever since, everyone's in this quarantine situation, sort of, everyone's plumbing is getting used more than normal, and it's breaking down. So there's one person that's benefiting, okay? Anyway, so he comes in, he tells me that, he sees, something leaking out of this, vent thing in the front of the house. There's a vent for the plumbing line. New to me, okay? And he's gotta go in the basement, okay? So, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was going in the basement at all. But the basement is full of my husband's band equipment. He's a drummer in a band, and the entire tapes and stuff are in a closet down there, which he had all covered up with everything, and the closet was full. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill him. I swear I'm gonna kill him. It's the guy who's trying to move things around. It probably took him a half hour just to move the things around so he could get in the closet, so whatever. So then I went upstairs, and a few minutes later he calls me down. He has to talk to me, so I come down and he's like, unfortunately we're gonna have to take down this wall. And I'm like, what? Oh no. And then he's like, I'm just kidding. How funny is that? Are you kidding me right now? Like, I'm thinking, immediately when he says take down the wall, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, thousands of dollars. What in the world is going on? He's like, I'm just kidding. Whatever, so the main line had some kind of clog, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Not that interesting. But it was really expensive, and I won't even tell you how much because I don't want to upset you or me. And then it reminded me of this joke that my mother had told me when I was a kid. And it goes something like this. This lawyer had to call a plumber because he had something broken in his house, right? So he calls the plumber, and the plumber is there for like an hour, fixes it, gives him this huge bill, and the lawyer's like, wow, I'm a lawyer and I don't even make this much. And the plumber says, yeah, I didn't make that much when I was a lawyer either. The end. So, yeah, that sticks in my head because the plumber was really expensive. So yeah, if you want to make a lot of money, become a plumber. If you could stand it. That is like a rough job. I'm not going to talk about it. Some weird things I saw when I was driving out to get my McDonald's food. Number one, a couple blocks away from me, someone has an orange tree. I just noticed a big full tree with tons of oranges in their front yard, and I had to like look back at it. I was like, how in the world, if I knew that you could grow oranges here, I would have an orange tree? I don't know how that's possible. This isn't Florida. Was I seeing things? Could somebody have an orange tree that is just blooming with oranges in October in New York? I definitely want one, but maybe I was imagining it. Like maybe I'm delirious. Then somebody was having a kid's birthday party, and this is like a main road that I was driving down. Okay, I don't live on a main road, but this was a not main road, but it's like one of those bigger residential roads that leads out to the main road. You know what I mean? Someone was having a little kid's birthday party, and they had like a horse, or I don't know if it was a pony or a horse. There was just this horse thingy just standing there, wearing like a purple saddle. And I think they were just taking pictures and stuff at this point. And it just looked really weird to see a horse in the front yard of somebody. And the houses here where we live, we don't have a lot of land. I think the typical plot is like 80 by 100, 80 feet by 100 feet. Okay, so it's small plot, like just big enough for you to have your house and a little room on each side, so no space to walk around with a pony, okay? So what is the point? So they hire this pony to come, so what, these little babies can sit on it usually can't finish his food, and it's like usually like a regular portion, or maybe he'll have like 2 burgers and a thing of fries. But you know, I'm not there to watch people eat like 10,000 calories. Like, I don't care for that. But everything that he talks about is hysterical, but he doesn't like really mean it to be funny. I don't think it just is funny. Like, I literally laugh out loud. Like, I'll be alone, I'll just sit back and open up my mouth wide and start laughing, you know what I mean? Like, it's that funny to me. But I have kind of a weird sense of humor. But you know, like, he said something, he went to America and he ordered chips, and they gave him chips. He's like, I wanted fries, but they gave me chips. I ordered chips, so they gave me a bag of potato chips, but I wanted fries. Maybe, he said, maybe they do that because it's cheaper, but that's not what I wanted. And everyone in the comments is like, no, they gave you chips because you asked for chips. We have fries. It's just funny. And he is the self-proclaimed virgin, okay? He has so many videos on his 2 channels that are like, am I a virgin? Why am I a virgin? Find out if I'm a virgin. Like, so many. So now he always says, he calls his viewers my virgins. Hey, my virgins, what's going on? And I find that hysterical. So yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm saying I think it's a very fun channel. He has some of the most unbelievable topics on his ASMR channel. Like, check it out. One video, he reviews female hygiene products when he was like 17 years old, okay? Which is super funny. Oh my god. One day he shows you female condoms. Also hysterical. Like, who's ever even seen a female condom? I don't know. Just lots of funny topics. After I finish eating, I am going to finish watching this movie that I started earlier. I think it's called Lost Girls. It's about the true crime story of a serial killer on